What if everything we thought we knew about life, death, and miracles was just the beginning? Hidden beneath layers of earth, untouched for centuries, lies a secret that defies explanation. A tomb, ancient and mysterious, holds more than the remains of those long gone. It guards prophecies so profound, they blur the line between myth and reality. This isn't just another story of history or archaeology. It's a journey into the unknown, where faith and science collide in ways that challenge our understanding of existence itself. Imagine standing at the threshold of this sacred place, where blinding lights pierce the darkness and voices echo from beyond time. Witnesses describe phenomena so inexplicable they could only be called divine. Is this the work of human imagination, or is it proof of something greater, something eternal? Archaeologists who dared to venture inside uncovered artifacts etched with inscriptions that eerily align with biblical prophecy. And then, there was the light, a radiant glow that seemed to breathe life into the stillness, symbolizing hope, resurrection, and the triumph of life over death. This is more than a discovery. It's an invitation to explore the mysteries of faith, family, and legacy. What secrets does this tomb hold, and what can it teach us about our own lives? Stay with us as we uncover the answers, together. Long ago, in a time when the world was still shrouded in mystery and humanity's understanding of existence was shaped by whispers of the divine, there existed a tomb. Not just any tomb. This one had been sealed for centuries, untouched by human hands, hidden beneath layers of earth and time. Its very presence seemed to defy the natural order, as though it were guarding secrets too profound for mortal comprehension. This ancient structure has become the focal point of fascination, curiosity, and even fear. What lies within its walls? What stories does it hold? And why does it seem to resonate so deeply with something greater than ourselves? The tomb is more than a relic of history. It is a vessel of prophecy. Within its confines are inscriptions, symbols, and artifacts that speak of events yet to unfold. These prophecies are not random or arbitrary. They are intricate, deliberate, and eerily aligned with biblical predictions that have echoed through millennia. Imagine standing before such a place, knowing that the words etched into its stone may hold truths about the future of humanity. It's a thought that sends shivers down the spine, isn't it? The idea that an ancient site could contain messages meant for us today challenges everything we think we know about time, destiny, and divine intervention. But what makes this tomb truly extraordinary is not just its age or its contents. It's the aura of mystery that surrounds it. For centuries, legends have circulated about strange phenomena associated with this sacred space. People who dared to approach it spoke of blinding lights that seemed to emanate from within, illuminating the darkness with an otherworldly glow. Others claimed to hear voices, soft, melodic, yet commanding, whispering words they couldn't quite understand. Were these merely figments of overactive imaginations, or were they glimpses of something supernatural? The debate rages on, but one thing is certain. Those who encountered these phenomena left forever changed, their faith shaken or strengthened, depending on how they interpreted what they had witnessed. The connection between this tomb and biblical prophecy only deepens the intrigue. In the scriptures, we read of miracles, resurrection, and divine intervention, themes that seem to echo in the very essence of this ancient site. Could it be that this tomb is a physical manifestation of those spiritual truths? Is it possible that the same power that raised the dead and parted seas once resided here, leaving behind traces of its presence for future generations to discover? These questions linger in the air, unanswered but impossible to ignore. What fascinates me most is how this tomb transcends the boundaries of religion, science, and philosophy. It invites us to ponder the nature of faith itself. Is faith simply belief in the unseen, or is it something more tangible, a force that connects us to something eternal? Perhaps the answers lie buried within the tomb's walls, waiting for someone brave enough to uncover them. Or perhaps the journey toward understanding is more important than the destination. As we continue to explore this enigmatic site, one thing becomes clear. The tomb is not just a historical artifact. It is a gateway to something far greater, a reminder that the mysteries of the universe are vast and infinite, and that our quest for knowledge is never truly complete. So let us step closer, lean in, and listen carefully. Because somewhere within the silence of this ancient tomb lies a story that could change everything we thought we knew about life, death, and the divine. The tomb is far more than a mere physical structure. It is a sacred site where the boundaries between heaven and earth blur, creating a space that feels both otherworldly and deeply personal. Imagine standing at its entrance, feeling the weight of centuries pressing down upon you. The air is heavy with an unspoken reverence, as though the very ground beneath your feet holds secrets too profound for words. This is not just a place of history or archaeology. It is a sanctuary of faith, hope, and miracles. It is a place where the divine seems to linger, whispering truths that transcend human understanding. What makes this tomb so extraordinary is its ability to evoke emotions and questions that lie dormant within us. As you step closer, you can't help but feel a sense of awe, mixed with trepidation. Is this truly a place where heaven meets earth? Could it be that the energy emanating from within is a remnant of something holy, something eternal? These are not idle musings. They are profound inquiries into the nature of existence itself. The tomb challenges us to confront our beliefs, to question what we think we know about life, death, and the afterlife. It invites us to consider the possibility that there is more to reality than what our senses can perceive. The strange phenomena associated with the tomb only deepen its mystique. Witnesses have described blinding lights that seem to pierce through the darkness, illuminating the space with an ethereal glow. These lights are not ordinary. They do not flicker or fade like those of man-made origin. Instead, they radiate with a steady brilliance, as though powered by an unseen force. Some say the light feels alive, pulsing with an energy that resonates deep within the soul. Others claim it carries a message, though its meaning remains elusive. What could such a phenomenon signify? Is it a sign of divine presence, a glimpse of the eternal, or something else entirely? And then there are the voices, soft, melodic yet commanding, that have been reported emanating from within the tomb. Those who have heard them describe a sensation of being spoken to directly, as though the voices address their innermost thoughts and fears. Are these voices remnants of those who once inhabited the tomb, echoes of prayers offered long ago, or something beyond human comprehension? The ambiguity only adds to the mystery, drawing us further into the story and compelling us to seek answers. This sacred site also serves as a bridge between the past and the present. It reminds us that faith is not confined to ancient texts or distant rituals. It is a living, breathing force that connects generations. The tomb stands as a testament to the enduring power of belief, passed down through families, communities, and civilizations. It challenges us to reflect on our own spiritual journeys and the legacies we leave behind. What do we hold sacred? What truths do we pass on to those who come after us? These are questions that resonate deeply in a world often consumed by the fleeting and the superficial. Moreover, the tomb embodies the paradox of the divine. It is both intimate and infinite, personal, yet universal. It speaks to the individual soul, while also addressing humanity as a whole. For some, it may represent a call to reconnect with their faith. For others, it might inspire a deeper exploration of the unknown. Regardless of one's perspective, the tomb demands attention. It refuses to be ignored, challenging us to engage with its mysteries and grapple with the implications of its existence. Ultimately, this sacred site is a reminder of the profound interconnectedness of all things. It invites us to see beyond the material world and embrace the spiritual dimensions of life. It encourages us to ask the big questions. Who are we? Why are we here? And what lies beyond the veil of mortality? These are not easy questions, nor do they have simple answers, but perhaps that is the point. The tomb exists not to provide clarity, but to inspire wonder, to remind us that the search for truth is as important as the truth itself. As we delve deeper into the story of this ancient tomb, let us carry with us a sense of humility and curiosity. Let us approach it not as skeptics or believers alone, but as seekers of knowledge and understanding. Because in the end, the tomb is not just a relic of the past. It is a mirror reflecting our own hopes, fears, and aspirations. It is a call to explore the mysteries of faith, family, and legacy, and to recognize that the divine is not something distant or abstract. It is woven into the fabric of our lives, waiting to be discovered in the most unexpected places. The witnesses who have encountered the phenomena surrounding the tomb speak with a mixture of awe, reverence, and unease. Their accounts are not just stories. They are windows into something far greater than ourselves, offering glimpses of a reality that defies logic and challenges the boundaries of human understanding. These individuals, ordinary in every sense of the word, found themselves thrust into an extraordinary experience when they came face to face with the mysteries of the tomb. What they saw, heard, and felt has left an indelible mark on their lives, sparking debates about divine intervention, miracles, and the very nature of existence. Imagine standing at the threshold of the tomb, your heart pounding as you peer into its shadowy depths. Suddenly, a blinding light erupts from within, so intense that it seems to pierce through the veil of time itself. Witnesses describe this light as otherworldly, unlike anything they had ever seen before. It does not flicker or dim like natural light. Instead, it radiates with a steady brilliance, filling the space with an ethereal glow. Some say the light feels alive, pulsating with an energy that resonates deep within their souls. Others claim it carries a message, though its meaning remains elusive, leaving them with more questions than answers. Is this light a manifestation of divine presence, a symbol of hope piercing through the darkness, or is it something beyond human comprehension, a glimpse of eternity? But the light is only one part of the story. Alongside it come the voices, soft, melodic, yet commanding, that seem to emanate from nowhere and everywhere all at once. Those who hear them describe a sensation of being spoken to directly, as though the voices address their innermost thoughts, fears, and desires. The words are often unintelligible, yet their tone conveys profound emotion, comfort, urgency, even warning. For some, these voices feel like guidance, urging them to reflect on their lives and choices. For others, they evoke a sense of accountability, as if the universe itself were calling them to account for their actions. Are these voices remnants of those who once inhabited the tomb, echoes of prayers offered long ago, or something entirely supernatural? The ambiguity only adds to the mystery, drawing us deeper into the enigma of the tomb. These experiences have sparked fierce debates among scholars, theologians and skeptics alike. Some argue that the phenomena are evidence of divine intervention, proof that the spiritual realm intersects with our own in ways we cannot fully understand. They point to the biblical story of resurrection as a parallel, suggesting that the tomb may hold clues to humanity's eternal quest for redemption and renewal. Others dismiss the accounts as products of overactive imaginations or environmental factors, attributing the lights and voices to natural phenomena such as gas emissions or acoustic anomalies. Yet even the most skeptical observers struggle to explain the consistency of the reports across centuries and cultures. How could so many people, separated by time and geography, describe nearly identical encounters unless there were some truth to their claims? What makes these testimonies particularly compelling is the transformation they inspire in those who experience them. Many witnesses report feeling profoundly changed after encountering the tomb's mysteries. Some speak of renewed faith, describing how the encounter reignited their belief in something greater than themselves. Others recount moments of clarity, as if the experience stripped away layers of doubt and confusion, leaving behind a sense of purpose and direction. Still, others express fear, not of the phenomena themselves, but of the implications. If the tomb truly holds evidence of divine power, what does that mean for humanity? Are we accountable to forces beyond our control? And if so, how should we live our lives in light of this knowledge? The connection between these phenomena and the biblical narrative of resurrection further amplifies their significance. In the scriptures, resurrection represents triumph over death, the ultimate victory of life and hope. Could it be that the tomb serves as a physical reminder of this spiritual truth? Perhaps the light and voices are not merely random occurrences, but deliberate manifestations designed to awaken humanity to its higher calling. They challenge us to consider the possibility that life extends beyond the confines of mortality, that there is a purpose to our existence that transcends the material world. Ultimately, the witnesses' accounts remind us that the tomb is not just a relic of the past. It is a living, breathing enigma that continues to shape the present. It invites us to embrace wonder and curiosity, to question what we think we know, and to remain open to the possibility of miracles. Whether viewed as divine intervention, psychological phenomenon, or something else entirely, the experiences surrounding the tomb demand attention. They challenge us to look beyond the surface and seek deeper truths about ourselves, our faith, and our place in the universe. Because in the end, the greatest mystery may not lie within the tomb itself, but within the hearts and minds of those who dare to explore it. As the archaeologists ventured deeper into the tomb, their flashlights cutting through the thick darkness, they stumbled upon something that would change everything. Nestled amidst the dust and decay of centuries was an artifact unlike anything they had ever encountered. It was unassuming at first glance, a small, intricately carved object, its surface etched with symbols and inscriptions that seemed to shimmer faintly in the dim light. But as they examined it more closely, a sense of awe washed over them. These were no ordinary markings. They aligned perfectly with ancient biblical prophecies, echoing themes of resurrection, hope, and divine intervention. The discovery sent shivers down their spines, as though the artifact itself carried the weight of destiny. What made this moment even more extraordinary was the atmosphere surrounding the find. As the archaeologists carefully lifted the artifact from its resting place, a strange energy filled the air. It was subtle at first, a tingling sensation, a shift in the temperature, but soon it became undeniable. The tomb, which had felt silent and still just moments before, now seemed alive with an otherworldly presence. Then, without warning, a mysterious light began to emanate from within the chamber. It wasn't harsh or blinding like artificial light. Instead, it glowed softly, casting an ethereal radiance over the walls and filling the space with an almost palpable sense of sanctity. The archaeologists froze, their breaths caught in their throats as the light illuminated not only the tomb, but also the inscriptions on the artifact. It was as if the past and present were colliding, revealing truths that had long been buried. The light seemed to pulse with intention, moving rhythmically as though it were alive. Some of the team members described feeling a warmth spreading through their bodies, accompanied by a profound sense of peace and clarity. Others reported hearing faint whispers, soft melodic tones that seemed to resonate directly with their thoughts. Were these voices offering guidance, delivering a message, or simply acknowledging the significance of what had been uncovered? No one could say for sure, but the experience left each member of the team profoundly changed. They weren't just archaeologists anymore. They were witnesses to something far greater than themselves. This moment of divine energy added another layer of mystery to the tomb's already enigmatic nature. The alignment between the artifact's inscriptions and biblical prophecy suggested a connection that transcended time and culture. How could such precise parallels exist unless there was some underlying truth linking humanity's spiritual journey across millennia? Was this artifact a relic of faith, crafted by those who believed in miracles and sought to preserve their beliefs for future generations? Or was it something more, a tangible piece of divine intervention, left behind as a signpost for those willing to seek it out? The implications of this discovery were staggering. For centuries, scholars and theologians have debated the relationship between science and spirituality, often treating them as opposing forces. Yet here, in the heart of this ancient tomb, the two seemed inseparable. The artifact served as a bridge, connecting the empirical world of archaeology with the intangible realm of faith. It challenged the team, and by extension all of us, to reconsider the boundaries we impose on knowledge. Perhaps the answers to life's greatest mysteries lie not in choosing between science and spirituality, but in embracing the intersection where they meet. Moreover, the light itself became a powerful symbol. To the archaeologists, it represented more than illumination. It embodied revelation. It reminded them that some truths cannot be unearthed through excavation alone. They require openness, humility, and a willingness to embrace the unknown. The light seemed to whisper that the tomb was not merely a repository of artifacts, but a vessel of meaning, holding lessons about faith, hope, and the enduring power of the human spirit. It urged them, and us, to look beyond the material and consider the spiritual dimensions of existence. In that moment, the tomb transformed from a historical site into a sacred space. It ceased to be a subject of study and became a source of inspiration. The archaeologists realized that their work was no longer just about uncovering relics. It was about uncovering truths that resonated deeply with the human condition. They understood that the tomb's secrets were not meant to be hoarded or analyzed in isolation, but shared with the world as a reminder of our shared heritage and potential. As they stood there, bathed in the glow of the mysterious light, the archaeologists knew they had been part of something extraordinary. This was not the end of their journey. It was only the beginning. The tomb had spoken, and its message was clear. The search for truth is endless, and the pursuit of understanding is a sacred endeavor. And so, with renewed purpose, they vowed to carry its story forward, knowing that the mysteries of the tomb would continue to inspire curiosity, reflection, and wonder for generations to come. The light within the tomb was more than just illumination. It was a symbol, a message, and perhaps even a miracle. It radiated with an intensity that defied explanation, casting its glow not only on the ancient walls, but also on the very essence of what it means to be human. To those who witnessed it, the light represented life triumphing over death, hope overcoming despair, and faith prevailing against doubt. It was a reminder that even in the darkest moments, there exists the potential for renewal, transformation, and rebirth. But this light was not merely symbolic. It carried a visceral energy that seemed to seep into the souls of those who encountered it, leaving them forever changed. Imagine standing in that sacred space, surrounded by centuries of history, as the light washes over you. You feel its warmth, not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually. It is as though the light knows you, understands your struggles, your fears, and your aspirations. For a fleeting moment, you are no longer bound by time or circumstance. Instead, you are part of something infinite, connected to a divine thread that weaves through all of existence. This experience transcends language and logic. It speaks directly to the heart, bypassing the barriers we often erect between ourselves and the mysteries of the universe. The light becomes a mirror, reflecting not only the tomb's secrets, but also your own deepest truths. This phenomenon invites us to reflect on the concept of resurrection, not just as a biblical story, but as a universal theme that resonates across cultures and eras. Resurrection is not merely about physical revival. It is about renewal in every sense. It is the spark of creativity that ignites after a period of stagnation. It is the courage to rebuild after loss. It is the resilience to rise again after falling. The light within the tomb embodies these ideas, serving as a beacon of hope for anyone who has ever faced adversity. It reminds us that endings are often beginnings in disguise, and that even when all seems lost, new life can emerge from the ashes. But the symbolism of the light extends beyond personal transformation. It also speaks to humanity's collective journey. Throughout history, civilizations have risen and fallen, only to be reborn anew. Ideas once thought extinct have resurfaced, sparking revolutions in thought and action. Faith itself has endured persecution, skepticism, and doubt, yet it continues to inspire billions around the world. The light within the tomb echoes this cyclical nature of existence, reminding us that nothing is truly final. Every ending carries the seed of a new beginning, waiting for the right conditions to flourish. For the archaeologists and witnesses who experienced this light, it became a touchstone, a moment of clarity that redefined their understanding of life and purpose. They realized that the tomb was not just a repository of artifacts or prophecies. It was a testament to the enduring power of miracles. These were not miracles in the sense of grand supernatural events, but rather the quiet, everyday wonders that sustain us. The miracle of love, the miracle of forgiveness, the miracle of second chances. The light illuminated these truths, making them impossible to ignore. Yet the light also posed profound questions. If it symbolized life and hope, why did it emanate from a place associated with death? Was it suggesting that death is not an end, but a transition? Could it be that the tomb, far from being a somber reminder of mortality, was actually a celebration of eternity? These paradoxes lingered in the minds of those who encountered the light, challenging them to rethink their assumptions about life, death, and the afterlife. Ultimately, The light served as a bridge between the seen and the unseen, the known and the mysterious. It reminded us that while science can explain much, there will always be aspects of existence that elude quantification. Faith, hope, and miracles belong to this intangible realm, yet they shape our lives in ways that are both subtle and profound. The light within the tomb urged us to embrace the unknown, to trust in the unseen, and to recognize that the divine is not confined to religious texts or sacred sites. It is woven into the fabric of our daily lives. As the archaeologists emerged from the tomb, blinking in the bright sunlight, they carried with them not just artifacts and inscriptions, but a renewed sense of wonder. They understood now that the true treasure of the tomb was not something material. It was the light itself and the lessons it imparted. It taught them that life is a tapestry of endings and beginnings, woven together by threads of faith, hope, and love. And it inspired them to share this revelation with the world, knowing that the light's message would resonate with anyone willing to listen. In the end, the light within the tomb was not just a symbol, it was a call to action. It challenged each of us to seek out our own sources of illumination, whether in the form of relationships, passions, or beliefs. It reminded us that we too carry light within us, the capacity to create, to heal, and to transform. And it encouraged us to let that light shine, illuminating not only our own paths, but also the paths of others. Because in a world often shrouded in darkness, every act of kindness, every moment of courage, and every expression of love is a miracle, a reflection of the eternal light that dwells within us all. The tomb is far more than a relic of history or an archaeological curiosity. It is a profound symbol of enduring faith, hope, and the interconnectedness of humanity across time. It stands as a testament to the resilience of belief systems that have been passed down through generations, shaping families, communities, and civilizations. At its core, the tomb embodies the idea that faith is not static. It evolves, grows, and adapts, yet remains rooted in timeless truths. The cross, etched into its walls or carried in the hearts of those who visit, serves as a powerful emblem of eternal love and salvation, reminding us that even in our darkest moments, there is light to guide us forward. Consider for a moment the significance of passing faith from one generation to the next. Faith is not merely a set of doctrines or rituals. It is a living legacy, a flame carefully tended by ancestors and handed to their descendants. Families gather around stories, traditions, and symbols that connect them to something greater than themselves. For some, it might be the recitation of prayers learned at a grandparent's knee. For others, it could be the quiet reverence felt while standing before sacred sites like this tomb. These acts are not just expressions of piety. They are threads in the fabric of identity, weaving individuals into a larger narrative of shared purpose and meaning. The cross, in particular, holds immense symbolic weight within this context. It represents sacrifice, redemption, and unconditional love, themes that transcend religious boundaries and resonate universally. Whether viewed as a literal account of divine intervention or a metaphorical representation of human suffering and triumph, the cross speaks to the essence of what it means to endure hardship with grace and emerge stronger on the other side. Within the tomb, the presence of such symbols takes on added significance. They remind us that faith is not confined to grand cathedrals or ornate temples. It thrives in the simplest and most humble places, where hearts remain open to wonder and awe. But the symbolism extends beyond faith alone. The tomb also reflects the importance of family. not just biological kinship, but the broader sense of belonging to a community bound by shared values and aspirations. Throughout history, families have turned to sacred spaces like this tomb during times of joy and sorrow, seeking solace, guidance, and connection. In doing so, they reinforce the bonds that tie them together, ensuring that their collective memory endures. This continuity is vital because it anchors us in a rapidly changing world. When everything else feels uncertain, the rituals and stories we inherit from our forebears provide stability and direction. Moreover, the tomb challenges us to think about how we contribute to this legacy. What do we leave behind for future generations? Is it material wealth, or is it something deeper? A commitment to kindness, compassion, and understanding. The artifacts discovered within the tomb remind us that what truly matters is not what we accumulate, but what we pass on. Inscriptions etched centuries ago continue to inspire awe today, not because of their craftsmanship, but because of the ideas they convey. Similarly, the actions we take and the values we uphold will ripple outward, influencing lives long after we are gone. This notion of legacy ties directly back to the concept of hope. Hope is the invisible thread that binds past, present, and future. It allows us to dream of better days, to persevere in the face of adversity, and to believe in the possibility of miracles. The tomb, with its mysterious lights and voices, embodies this hope. It whispers that no matter how dark the night may seem, dawn always follows. And it reassures us that the struggles we endure today are part of a larger story, one that culminates in renewal and transformation. As we reflect on the symbolism of the tomb, let us also consider its implications for our own lives. How can we honor the legacies entrusted to us? How can we nurture faith, not just in the divine, but in ourselves and each other? And how can we ensure that the flames of hope and love burn brightly for those who come after us? These questions are not easy to answer, but they are worth asking. Because in seeking answers, we align ourselves with something greater than our individual selves. We become part of a continuum, a chain linking the past to the future, united by shared dreams and aspirations. Ultimately, the tomb teaches us that symbols hold power, not because of their form, but because of the meaning we assign to them. The cross, the light, and the inscriptions all carry significance because they point to truths that transcend time and space. They invite us to look inward, to examine our beliefs and values, and to ask ourselves, what do I stand for? What legacy do I want to leave? And how can I live in a way that honors the sacrifices and triumphs of those who came before me? In the end, the tomb is not just a historical site or a repository of artifacts. It is a mirror reflecting our deepest hopes, fears, and desires. It calls us to embrace faith, cherish family, and strive for a legacy rooted in love and service. And it reminds us that while life may be fleeting, the impact we have on others and the stories we leave behind can endure forever. The discovery of the tomb is not just an archaeological milestone or a religious revelation. It is a profound invitation to explore the depths of human curiosity, faith, and understanding. It challenges us to look beyond the surface of our everyday lives and consider the timeless questions that have shaped humanity for millennia. Who are we? Why are we here? And what lies beyond the horizon of our mortal existence? These questions may never have definitive answers, but their pursuit is what makes life meaningful. The tomb serves as both a catalyst and a guide in this journey, urging us to seek wisdom, embrace wonder, and reflect on how ancient messages resonate in our modern world. One of the most remarkable aspects of the tomb's legacy is its ability to inspire across generations. Its mysteries transcend cultural, religious, and temporal boundaries, speaking to something universal within the human spirit. For some, it evokes awe at the divine. For others, it sparks intellectual curiosity about the intersection of science and spirituality. Regardless of perspective, the tomb reminds us that knowledge is not static. It grows richer when shared, debated, and explored collectively. It encourages us to engage with ideas that challenge our assumptions, fostering deeper understanding and empathy. In doing so, it becomes more than a relic of the past. It transforms into a living dialogue between history and the present. This ongoing conversation has far-reaching implications. By reflecting on the tomb's symbolism, its light, its inscriptions, its sacred aura, we begin to see parallels in our own lives. The themes of resurrection, hope, and renewal are not confined to ancient texts or distant tombs. They manifest daily in our personal struggles and triumphs. Every time we rise after falling, forgive after being hurt, or dream after despairing, we embody these timeless truths. The tomb inspires us to recognize these moments as miracles, however small they may seem, and to celebrate them as evidence of life's enduring beauty and resilience. Yet the tomb also challenges us to take action, to move beyond passive contemplation and actively participate in shaping a better future. It calls on us to nurture faith, not only in the divine, but in ourselves and each other. It asks us to cultivate hope, even in the face of uncertainty, and to trust that every effort toward kindness, justice, and compassion contributes to a greater purpose. And it reminds us that love, the kind of unconditional, selfless love symbolized by the cross, is the ultimate legacy we can leave behind. How then do we respond to this call? Perhaps it begins with questioning long-held beliefs, not out of skepticism, but out of a desire to deepen our understanding. We might revisit stories from our childhood, examining them through the lens of adulthood to uncover new layers of meaning. Or we could explore unfamiliar traditions, seeking common ground with those whose perspectives differ from our own. Engaging in thoughtful conversations with friends, family, or strangers can open doors to insights we might never discover alone. The tomb teaches us that growth often arises from discomfort, and that asking hard questions is a sign of strength, not weakness. Beyond introspection, the tomb inspires tangible action. It challenges us to be curious explorers, not just of ancient sites and artifacts, but of the world around us. Visit places that stir your soul, a cathedral, a forest, a museum, and let them spark reflection. Read books that expand your horizons, whether they delve into theology, philosophy, or science. Support causes that align with your values, knowing that even small acts of service ripple outward, touching lives in ways you may never fully realize. Above all, live intentionally, recognizing that every choice you make shapes the legacy you leave. The tomb's enduring power lies in its ability to connect us to our ancestors, to one another, and to the infinite possibilities of the future. It reminds us that while individual lives are fleeting, the impact we have on others can endure indefinitely. Whether through art, storytelling, acts of kindness, or simply being present for someone in need, we contribute to a collective tapestry of meaning that stretches across time. As we conclude this exploration of the tomb's mysteries, let us carry forward its lessons with humility and gratitude. Let us honor the past by learning from it, embrace the present with courage and curiosity, and build a future rooted in hope and love. The tomb is not just a story, It is a mirror reflecting our shared humanity, a beacon illuminating the path ahead, and a reminder that the search for truth is itself a sacred endeavor. So go forth, inspired by its light, and let it guide you to become a source of illumination for others. Because in the end, the greatest miracle of all is the capacity of the human heart to seek, to believe, and to transform. As we come to the end of this journey, I find myself reflecting on the profound implications of what we've uncovered. This ancient tomb, with its mysterious prophecies and divine phenomena, isn't just a relic of the past. It's a mirror reflecting our own hopes, fears, and aspirations. Standing at the intersection of faith and reason, it challenges us to ask deeper questions. What do we truly believe in? How do we define hope in an ever-changing world? And what does it mean to live a life touched by something greater than ourselves? For me, this story is a powerful reminder that faith is not static. It evolves, grows, and passes through generations like a torch lighting the way forward. The light within the tomb symbolizes more than resurrection. It represents the enduring human spirit, our capacity to rise above despair, and our relentless pursuit of meaning. It's a call to reconnect with what matters most, our values, our loved ones, and the legacy we leave behind. The key takeaway from all of this is simple, yet transformative. Miracles are not confined to ancient texts or distant tombs. They exist in the everyday moments of courage, love, and connection that shape our lives. Faith, too, is not about having all the answers. It's about embracing the mystery and trusting the journey. So now, I invite you to take action. Let this story spark curiosity within you. Question long-held beliefs, engage in thoughtful conversations, or explore the intersections of science and spirituality. Perhaps visit a place of personal significance, a family home, a sacred site, or even nature, and reflect on your own journey. Share your thoughts with others. You might inspire them to see their lives in a new light. Together, let's keep the flame of wonder alive, reminding ourselves that the search for truth is as important as the answers we find along the way.